I had a difficult childhood and turned to the solace and protection of books. No matter how terrible my life was, I could escape into the lives of others or visit faraway lands or otherworldly locations. Books became my world, and my happiest days were when the Riff Fair would come to my elementary school and allow each student to pick out their very own free book. My appetite for books was further encouraged and rewarded with a delicious Book It program that converted books into personal pizzas. My third-grade teacher noticed my love of books and helped my passion to grow by allowing me to read to the kindergartners and first-graders after I finished my in-class reading assignments. I enjoyed the opportunity to experience new stories and feel like a grown-up teacher. Later that year, I moved across town to a house that was only a block and a half from the public library. Rows upon rows of books just waiting to be read. I was ecstatic. I would walk to the library, bring home a handful of Goosebumps and Fear Street books, devour them in an afternoon, and go back for more. Soon I read nearly the entire young adult section and moved on to Stephen King, Dean Koontz, Jeffrey Deaver, Michael Crichton, J.R.R. Tolkien, Chuck Palahniuk, Thomas Harris, and many, many others. I was at the library so often that I volunteered to organize and shelve books, as well as read to younger children. One of the most meaningful gifts I've ever received is a bookcase my mom built for me by hand. From that point on, I started collecting my very own books. I love going to yard sales and thrift stores and finding a wide variety of fantastic books that I would otherwise have never known about. Even after all these years, I find it simply incredible that I can buy an armload of used books for 25 or 50 cents each. I still have that bookcase, and today it overflows with well-loved books that span a variety of authors, genres, and time periods. As I transitioned from elementary to middle and high school, I was very fortunate to have wonderful English teachers that provided excellent reading materials. Though I had long ago moved to adult novels, I also loved reading books intended for my age level. I've always been very appreciative that my teachers assigned books such as Charlotte's Web, The Littles, The Borrowers, Stuart Little, Where the Red Fern Grows, The Bridge to Terabithia, After the First Death, And Then There Were None, and The Giver, to name a few. I'm looking forward to the day when I can share these stories with my future children. One of my happiest accomplishments is instilling a love of reading in my friends and family members. Though many people look down on reading, I find it to be the most enjoyable, rewarding, and beneficial activity possible. Now, if you'll please excuse me, I've got to find out how this story ends.